Okay, when you think of Holi, what comes to mind, right? It's that huge explosion of color, laughter, just pure joy. But what if I told you that the 8 days just before all that fun are, well, they're actually considered spiritually intense, even somber. It's a period called Holashtaka, kind of like Holi's mysterious opening act. And today, we're going to dive into why this time of caution is actually the real key to unlocking the true joy of the festival.
And that brings us to the big question, right? Why on earth are the 8 days leading up to one of the happiest festivals on the planet considered inauspicious? It feels like a total contradiction. But believe me, the answer is fascinating, and it's buried deep in ancient stories and the cosmos itself.
So first things first, let's just break down that name, Holashtaka. It's pretty simple, actually. It's a mashup of Holi and Ashtak, which in Sanskrit means 8. So there you have it. It's the 8-day spiritual countdown to Holika Dahan, the big bonfire night.
Okay, so what does this prelude actually look like in real life? Well, it's basically a time to hit the pause button. Big life events, think weddings, starting a new business, even housewarmings, they all get put on hold. The whole vibe shifts from the outside world to your inner world. And the reason for this big pause, it all goes back to a really powerful story.
And that story is the famous legend of Bhakt Prahlad. Yeah, this isn't just some random tradition that popped up out of nowhere. It's tied directly to this incredible story of a tyrant king, his son's unbreakable faith, and a little divine intervention, all of which plays out over these specific 8 days.
This is where those 8 days really get their weight. For 8 straight days, this tyrant king Hiranyakashipu put his own son Prahlad through absolute torture. And why? Simply because Prahlad was devoted to Lord Vishnu. It got worse and worse, until on that final 8th day, his aunt Holika tricked him into sitting on a funeral pyre with her. The crazy part, Prahlad's faith was like a force field. He walked out without a scratch. But Holika, who was supposed to be immune to fire, was the one who was burned. So these 8 days are all about remembering that incredible, intense trial of faith.
You see, Prahlad walking out of that fire wasn't just some magic trick. It was this huge, powerful symbol. It represented the victory of pure devotion over absolute tyranny. And that's what Holashtaka is really all about. It's honoring not just the win at the end, but the tough, grueling struggle that led to it. It's a time for remembrance, for sure.
Okay, so if we're supposed to put all our worldly plans on hold to honor Prahlad's struggle, what are we actually supposed to do during this time? The answer isn't just, sit around and do nothing. Nope, it's about a complete shift in focus, turning away from the external and looking inward.
Just look at this contrast. It's pretty stark. On one hand, you're hitting pause on all the big external things, like weddings and business launches. And on the other, you're encouraged to go all in on internal work, like introspection, spiritual practice, and clearing out some of that old karmic clutter. It's basically a complete flip of our usual day-to-day priorities.
I love this analogy one of the sources used. Think of Holashtaka as a cosmic speed bump. It's not a red light, not a full stop, it's just a sign to deliberately slow down. It's this amazing opportunity to reflect on where you're at and maybe burn away some of that inner negativity before you hit the gas and speed into the pure joy of Holi. So what does this inner work actually look like? Well, things like daily prayer, chanting mantras, meditation, and giving to charity are seen as being extra powerful during Holashtaka. The core idea is that these practices really help to purify your mind and get your soul ready for the big renewal that Holi brings.
But wait, there's another whole layer to the story. It's not just about the mythology. According to Vedic astrology, there's a cosmic reason why this time feels so intense. Turns out, the planets themselves are, well, let's just say they're going through a bit of a rough patch.
And here's how it breaks down astrologically speaking. During Holashtaka, each one of those 8 days is influenced by a major planet that's in a, let's call it, a fierce or agitated state. Day 1, the moon is stirring up our emotions. Day 2, the sun messes with our ego. Then Saturn comes along and brings delays. Every single day adds another layer of cosmic tension, creating this really volatile, unpredictable energy. You can see why it's maybe not the best time to start something new, right? It's challenging, to put it mildly.
So that cosmic heaviness is exactly why launching new things isn't recommended. The energetic foundation is just too shaky. But, and this is the fascinating paradox, that exact same volatility makes this period incredibly powerful for spiritual practices. It's like your prayers, your mantras, all that inner work, it has a clearer, more direct line to the universe.
All right, so how do we wrap our heads around all this? Instead of looking at Holashtaka as just a list of don'ts, a time of restriction, we can totally reframe it. What if we see it as a sacred invitation? An invitation to consciously lean into this really potent cosmic and spiritual shift.
So that gives us a pretty clear roadmap, doesn't it? Step 1. Just acknowledge the intense energy. Don't fight it. Step 2. Actively engage with it. Really lean into that deep inner work we've been talking about. And then, Step 3, you emerge on the other side, feeling cleansed, renewed, and genuinely ready for the joy of Holi. It totally transforms Holashtaka from something to be cautious of into a really meaningful, purposeful journey.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. After digging into the mythology, the astrology, the whole spiritual purpose of it, what is Holashtaka really? Is it a warning sign? Or is it an invitation? An invitation to consciously hit pause, to purify, and to prepare yourself for a new beginning. I think the perspective is all yours to choose.